Merry Christmas, ghosties, to those who partake, those who celebrate, which our metrics tell us is about 15% of you guys. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
For the rest of them?
For the rest of them, happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just a normal Wednesday. We were just joking that it feels like we could say whatever we want on this episode because I can't imagine that many people listening on Christmas. But maybe the days after. Maybe. Sure. If you're back to work already on a Thursday or Friday, happy Thursday. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe it's March 19th and you're just catching up.
That's a good point.
Maybe it's March 19th, 2027 for somebody out there. Who knows?
That's
if it
cool
is, will you please comment?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What are we up to now? What are we up to now? Yeah. Bondi truck's almost up and running.
Jake's bald.
Yeah, I'm bald. Crazy. All right, so last week we talked about Big Daddy's being bricked and just kind of missing out on headlines, on news stories.
Yep.
And so I prepared another version of kind of two truths and a lie news headlines.
Great.
This week for you to decipher between. So
let's do it.
There is option one. A city in Georgia declared a state of emergency after 1-inch snowfall and called in the National Guard.
That's one of the options.
This is one of the options.
Okay.
Option two. A man who doesn't know Spanish won a Spanish Scrabble tournament.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Then option three is a famous flat earther went to Antarctica to test his theories, came back and said, I was wrong.
Do you know, have you heard of any of these?
Yeah, I've heard of. Yeah.
Okay. Which ones? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm only going to guess that this is my thought process. I think they all sound reasonably like they could have happened. The Spanish one is hilarious. But I think that one's true because of how hilarious it is. My guess is the Georgia one only because if it's been like somewhat of a mild past week in Kansas, there's no way that Georgia got snow. That's my guess. Because if it's like Georgia's warmer than Kansas probably. So that's my guess.
Okay. I don't know if your logic was correct, but you did get the right answer. Yeah, I just made that one up.
Yeah. That's a great one though.
Yeah, a guy, he just like, I guess he just read the Spanish dictionary and just has a good memory, I guess. Just like memorize Spanish words, but doesn't know what they mean, doesn't know how to put them in a sentence or anything.
Wow.
He's not fluent in Spanish, but he won the Spanish Scrabble tournament. Pretty impressive.
I mean, how many... Spanish is the language I know the most, but like any other language, how many words do I know?
Yeah.
Like French, I might know 6 words.
Bonjour.
Yep.
Croissant.
Je m'appelle Brad. That's one word, I think.
Yeah.
J'adore.
That was one I almost put in the list. Shador Sanders and Malik Neighbors played catch with a football on a street in New York City this week.
That's something. I didn't know that.
True or false?
Oh, true.
Yeah. It was so random. I was like, why is this a news story? Who cares?
Because they might draft him.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So, it was cringe. They brought up football.
So cringe. Hey.
There's like 17 people taking pictures of him while it's happening. And yeah, the flat earther, that just happened, I think. Was that the one you'd seen, Timon?
I had heard of that. I didn't hear. All I heard was someone was like going to try to debunk it or prove themselves right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the evidence or the result.
Imagine going all the way there.
Good for him.
And I mean, just desolate,
yeah.
Terrible.
You have to go
conditions.
through that, like, what's it called? That area of the ocean. There's all these TikToks about it. It's like one of the roughest parts of the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the southern tip of South America to Antarctica. Drake's Passage.
Maybe.
Might be what it's called.
Can you just imagine, like, this guy's putting all this time and effort into it, and then he just gets to the horizon with his binoculars, sees it, and just goes, he pulls them down and just goes, ah, crap. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
Jaron Campanella, a popular flat earther, traveled 9,000 miles to observe a 24-hour sun, a phenomenon that would be impossible on flat Earth. Upon seeing the 24-hour sun, he said, "Oh crap." Nailed it. The journey, which cost, okay, how much do you think it cost him?
Oh, so much more than we think.
Don't go crazy, though. This is just one trip there and back to
Okay.
Antarctica.
Well, the
And
thing that the
can't be that many
Titanic thing was $1
people.
million, wasn't it?
Don't expect any kind of number like that.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
really?
would guess. I'm thinking it's like this independent, whatever. He spent $8,000.
Okay.
No way. Because
So offended. This is like getting mad at Wits and Wagers. You think there's that many
$8,000.
slices of pizza eaten per minute in America? Oh my gosh.
I mean, how
No.
many? I guess I don't know the depths of how do you have to get there, but I mean, the boat.
I think he gets a
gas.
connection, like this private plane guy for part of it. He knows people.
Oh, okay. He spent. No, he spent. He spent.
I don't know where he came from, but it was 9,000 miles.
He spent $46,000.
Brad is slightly closer, 37,000.
Okay, not $1 million.
Oh, from California.
Wow.
He was live streaming it. Upon witnessing the sun circle the sky without setting. How's that sentence make sense? Upon witnessing the sun circle the sky without setting.
I get it. Upon which. wait,
Upon witnessing the sun circle the sky without setting. There needs to be another word in there.
Sun is circling the sky.
the sun circling the sky without setting.
But it's not saying, oh, the sun circle the sky.
Yes.
I thought circle was a noun there.
Ah.
The sun circle.
Oh, sure. I see.
Then you have the sun circle. You have the sky
Yeah,
without setting.
without setting.
The sun
Circle
the sky.
Yeah.
Without setting. Campanella confessed to his followers that he had been wrong. Mostly, anyway. Sometimes you are wrong in life. I thought there was no 24-hour sun. In fact, I was pretty sure of it. I'm trying to find the part where he mostly agrees. Oh. Whatever.
Are you aware? Have you heard of the story? I think the ship is called the Endurance.
Haven't heard
There's a
that.
book called Endurance. I want to read it. It's about, I could butcher these details, but I'm pretty sure it's about these guys that are in the Arctic Circle, and shipwreck, or like, I think they get stuck. I think their ship literally like gets frozen in the water. And this crew of however many people, 30 guys, survive for like a long time down there by themselves. Like, I'm very intrigued to know how they do it and how, I don't know. I didn't know if you'd heard of it.
Well, that's kind of neat. No, I haven't heard of it.
Time and look up the
I'm
details.
so sorry about
but
that. Something I forgot to mention last on Monday's episode is when Timon and I went to that Chick-fil-A and started off our little video series together when she didn't accept the paddle. We got back home to feast, and once again, they had given me honey mustard instead of honey roasted barbecue. Do you remember that?
Yep.
We couldn't believe it because
It was
Timon
wild.
was
Yeah.
like, dude, I heard the way you like enunciated it.
I was
Like,
gonna say, maybe-
you spelled it out for him.
yeah,
But not enough.
not enough, never enough.
Because since you had recently talked about it, I was like, I'm going to listen and just like make sure there's no, maybe Jake's accidentally saying something wrong, but it was so clear.
So I think roasted could sound like mustard if you don't.
Yeah.
enunciate
That's
it.
definitely like the confusion.
Yeah.
But when you say, if you think you heard honey mustard, but then they say honey mustard barbecue, you think, oh,
Okay.
I must have heard that wrong. He clearly meant honey roasted barbecue because they don't give me honey mustard and barbecue.
no.
They just give me honey
Maybe they
mustard.
don't. Maybe some people don't even know that they have this honey roasted barbecue sauce.
That's
Could
a
that be it?
decent theory. Timon's like solution to this was like, you're just gonna have to like treat them like they're dumb and be like,
Oh.
I would like honey roasted barbecue. Do you know that I don't want honey mustard?
No, I disagree. No,
Don't give me honey mustard.
I think the opposite. I think not the opposite, but like you ask for honey roasted barbecue, they give you your bag, you just check right then and there, and then you do the passive thing where you're like, "Hey, I think I asked for honey roasted barbecue, and it looks like maybe you gave me honey mustard." That's my solution. Is like way more like, maybe this is wrong. It says honey mustard on here. Is that
this
what
the
the honey
same
roasted
thing?
barbecue is coming in now? Or,
I could be wrong. I
don't know.
English is my first language, but still, I don't know. This is a different word than what I ordered.
Yeah, English is my first language. I did win a Spanish Scrabble competition recently, Scrabble. Yeah, but it's just something like that.
Yeah, how do you combat it? You just start ordering Chick-fil-A sauce, really. This is their way of like getting rid of that product.
I think it feels like it takes so long to check your bag right after you got out of the drive-thru, it takes 10 seconds. But that 10 seconds, when you know there's people behind you, feels so long. But just take 10 seconds.
You're right. Rachel jokes that I spend my whole life just trying to get out of people's way. And so that's one of those areas. I'm like, get her. They got stuff behind me. Get out of it. But you're
Especially Chick-fil-A when it's humming. It's humming. They're flying around.
Yeah. But that's good. That's a good word. Check your bags.
Because it doesn't take that long. It feels like 10 seconds. If I just sat silent for 10 seconds right now, you'd think this is a long time.
This Christmas, guys, what we ask, ladies out there, check your bags.
Check your bags.
Get your milk bags checked.
I was thinking like airport. Like, hey, check your bags.
Check your bags.
You don't need to carry those on.
Yeah. Check your bags.
So
Make sure it's under 50 pounds. Yeah, no lumps. Lumps could put it over 50 pounds. Check your bags.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's great.
You ever feel around and like convince yourself that was a lump?
We talking on me or?
Yeah, like on plums. Like you ever like...
Yeah. Not recently, but I have. I know you're, 100%.
Yeah. You're like,
what is
well,
that?
I don't like... I'm not super familiar with the Earth's crust here.
I don't have the prototype. like
I don't have one to compare it to.
Yeah.
Really.
Like, I don't have one of those doctor's office, models.
And trust me, I've tried to buy them. They won't let me.
They're too flimsy.
I'm on a list.
Oh, man.
This Purrball keeps trying to buy the human anatomy guide.
Dude, that's so funny. Hey, currently trending in my life, Pokemon.
What in the world?
What the heck? My kids, specifically, Sam Severs, children's pastor at our church, just out of nowhere was like, Bo, you like Pokemon? And of course, Bo's like, doesn't say a word, doesn't even just looks at him. No. And Sam comes back with like a bunch of packs of Pokemon cards, and Hattie and Bo think it's the most fun thing ever to quote unquote play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And all they do is, it's the silliest game. And Bo just definitely cheats the whole time. Like there's like 20 cards in this deck, and then they just put a pile on there, and they just try to guess what the card is on top. And
that's how they play Pokemon?
And they pull it up, and they look at it, and if it's right, then they get to keep it. And if not, they put it down at the bottom. But like, they don't always know the real names. And so Bo will be
that's what I meant.
Bo will be like, Black Dog. Duh, I told you. It's like, that's not a
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, it's nothing even close to this.
Yeah.
Or he'll be like, that's what I was thinking. I knew it. I knew that was that. Squirmy.
No,
Squirmy.
I said Squirtle. I meant Mewtwo. Count it. They're both slimy little salamanders.
Oh, man. It's just the silliest thing. They love their Pokemon right now. And like, none of them are the ones that we knew from growing up.
All
like,
news.
They
Charizard?
they got Pikachu. That's it, though.
Well, good. You got to have like the star.
Yeah. So anyway, and then, once they had those 20, then Bo and I went and played I went and played basketball at church the other day, and I brought Bo with me, just hang out.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like being shy. Literally for like the first 30 minutes, he didn't even sit down. He just stood there off to the side and just watched us. And I was like, you can sit down. We brought like his Yodo player and some other like stickers and stuff. And he's just like, no. And then Sam was like, Bo, you want some more Pokemon cards? He's like, yeah. And Sam brought him back like 100 more. It's like he has this stash. And so
it's kind of funny. Bo continuing to watch you. I'm like, you can go. That same thing happened to me, but with Zach, Tywin's friend this past week, because he was there. Tywin was young Jesus, so he was unavailable. So Zach filmed the pickleball tournament for us. And so he filmed the girls, and then it's time for me and Isaac go afterwards. And so our tournament's about to start. We're warming up with some other guys. And we're like, hey, do you just want to play a game to kind of warm up? And Zach starts like filming it. And so I'm like, oh, the tournament hasn't started. Like we're just playing around. And he like nods like he hears me, but then he like keeps recording. Yeah. And he's like right there on the monopod. And so the next time I come back to the baseline, I'm like, maybe he didn't hear me. I'm like, we're just like warming up. Like you don't have to film this.
No problem.
And it's like, he's going. I'm like,
sure.
I think I'm joking. How do I say it so he knows I'm not joking? I don't know what else to say.
Stop putting that in my face. Like you said something like that.
You've got like, we have a buy the first game. You have like 25 minutes. You can go get lunch or something.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
For you. Yeah.
All right. Good one, Jake.
And then when I asked him for the footage, he sent me that like 2.5 minute clip of us just like warming.
Yeah, that's important.
So I was like, I don't know.
That's part of it, So let's talk about the tournament. Tell us about it.
So, Can my wife win her first pickleball tournament with zero training?
Like highlight around your face so like your body sticks out more.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the thumbnail. Josh Mayer had a video that did really well for him. He entered a speed golf tournament with zero training in kind of a like toned down, not super produced thumbnail. Like, is there something like that? Obviously, you gotta have Rachel in it.
Sure.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I think I should have my face in it too, though.
That speed golf video was awesome.
It was a great video.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Also, I love his title, like with zero training. And then the first 15 minutes of video is him training.
That's such a good point. With like the winner of
The
speed
world's
golf.
best.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, good for him for going for that. It worked out. Anyway, so show up and it's Rachel and our friend Molly, and they're going to play in their first pickleball tournament. I entered them in women's doubles 3.5. It's kind of a average-ish. It's decent, not super competitive. And as they get there and they're starting to warm up, just as I'm seeing them warm up versus everyone else, I was kind of like, oh no, I might have put them in too low of a division.
Yeah, because Molly played D1 tennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's pretty unheard of for you your first pickleball tournament to start at 4-0. No one really does that.
You don't want to. Yeah, you'd feel almost worse like being way too good for or way too bad for like your division.
I would feel bad for Rachel and Molly if I'm like,
Sure.
hey, trust me, I'm going to enter you into this. You're going to lose 11-1
Just
over
throw them to
and
the
over.
wolves.
Yes. And but then that first game started and they're just getting wrecked. I mean, just like 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 1-5. I think was the score at one point. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't put them in too low of a division, that's for sure. And anyway, they just started to figure it out a little bit. Came back and won that first game, and I feel like that was like I can just tell like. They play such little pickleball that they're only just going to get better and better throughout the day. So it worked out. They
They were
played.
calibrating as they were going.
Yeah, it's just like we don't ever do this. We have to figure out how to hit every one of these shots. And so anyway, they played 5 pool play games. They won 4 out of 5, but they lost one game to a team with some. They made their own shirts, Thunder and Lightning,
Okay.
purple shirts,
Yeah.
and. Anyway, so they lost to them 11-2.
How intense were Thunder and Lightning?
Great question, Brad. You always ask the best questions that are like perfect setups to like what I'm going to say anyway. And what about the fireplace? Exactly.
Dude, we'll put a pin in that.
What
Yeah.
about your house inspection? Yeah, I was going to talk. Anyway, so the first game that the girls played them, and Zach would verify this, but they were just like pretty intense. One of the women like apologized to Zach, like, you're going to have to mute this. Sorry for all the F-bombs. Like she was like,
Yeah.
at least somewhat self-aware, but still like just really intense. Just, you could tell certain people like they don't mess around. Like if someone's a little too close to the court, hey, can we thank you.
Right.
Just people. Now, granted, I'm the one who brought a cameraman and mic'd up my wife. So that's all.
That's good realization
I
for you. Yeah,
acknowledge
I didn't
that.
think about that. Yeah.
But then you look at Rachel and Molly, who are just smiling the whole time, and
Yeah.
they're not taking it seriously at all. These girls were Thunder and Lightning. They were
Okay.
so intense.
And their shirts said Thunder.
And their third
Lightning.
shirt said Thunder and Lightning.
Okay.
And so, yeah, very intense first game from these girls, just like super serious.
Was Thunder a softball player?
Yes.
And Lightning was maybe a soccer player?
I would say both softball.
Okay. Very good.
Thunder and Thunder.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Good Thunder.
Good Thunder.
Yeah.
So anyway, then the girls get put in a bracket. They win the first game. They win the semifinals. Now championship game. Who's on the other side of the net? Thunder and Lightning.
Ooh.
Lost to them 11-2 the first time. Championship game though is going to be 1-15.
Okay.
And so it's neck and neck. It's pretty close. I would say the girls are holding their own, but it's starting to get like the first girl who had initially apologized for all the F words. Now she is kind of like loosening up and being a little more lighthearted. And then her partner is like way too serious, way too intense. Like all the body language is like something's up. I don't know.
Okay.
And they're kind of being a little like nasty. They like there were times where I think they didn't think that Rachel and Molly knew the score. So they would ask them what the score was, and then they would try to like say the score was like higher than it was. They would try to say they have a higher score. Like they would basically force Rachel and Molly to correct them.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like they're like,
That's just cheating.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like awkward. Like I've never seen this in a tournament. the one girl getting really upset, just like refused to like smile or like tap paddles with her partner, just getting so intense. And then her partner was like, all right, can I just get a smile? Can you smile? And she's like, no.
Can I get a smile?
Yeah, like we're on their side. So we hear all of their like talking and banter. Like, why is this so intense? This is like awkward how serious she's taking this.
Okay, so let's pause real quick. As a people pleaser, were you kind of like, / maybe was Rachel kind of like, I kind of want them to win because I feel that's how I feel sometimes towards like when people are being that.
Like you need this more than I do.
It's black. Well, it's a little bit of like one extreme or the other. Like either like I'm like offended by this person, so therefore I'm going to like punish them.
Yeah.
Or it's like, dang, I feel bad for that other girl that's just trying to have fun, and this other girl's like making it no fun for her,
Ruining it.
I should probably just let them win. It's not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel that at all?
I don't know how they felt in the moment. I was getting fired up. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
They are just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the way they were handling it. They were just kind of like, they were just kind of nasty.
Yeah, you don't really want to like give in and enable them to like act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then something happened. So switch sides at 8. The girls are down. Rachel and Molly are down 8-5 when we switch.
Okay.
So we got to make a little comeback here. It started to get intense. I want to say the score is somewhere like 13-10 or something. It's really close. I'm going to text you guys a picture. Molly hits an overhead slam. The picture I texted you is where the ball landed, and she called that ball out. We'll put it up on the screen right now.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like this. In the moment, it happened very fast.
Sure. So you
And
can't
I
see
was
it.
like, I mean, that ball was 2 feet in, right? And so the girl just like, and I watched the video back. She can't see, her head wasn't even turned. The ball lands behind her, and she just calls it out. And so, I mean, immediately Molly was like, no, that ball is in. I'm like saying something like, no, that was in. Trying to like, let's see how serious we need to get here. She's like, nope, it hit outside gray. Hit it outside gray, which I guess is like
yeah.
the gray of the color of the court. And I was like, I can show you on the camera. It landed like 2 feet in. No, I saw outside gray. I saw it's gray. She like doubles down on it. And I was like,
boy.
no, it was
This is Rachel's nightmare.
the ball was in by like a ton. Like you cannot call that ball out. And so then me and her are going back and forth a little bit. And then eventually her partner was like, yeah, I think it might have been in. I was like, thank goodness.
Wow.
But yeah, so then all day I'm telling people that story. And as I'm telling the story, I start backtracking a little bit. I'm like, maybe it wasn't 2 feet in. The ball was like a foot in. I mean,
It
seriously,
was like 3.5 feet in.
it was like
you know?
it was like a foot in. I'm telling people. And then when I got the footage and looked at it, I was like, that's like 4 feet.
Yeah,
I'm
you were-
not crazy.
You were vindicated.
That ball was 4 feet in right in front of me, and she called it out. So it was insane. They almost like lost the game because of that. But they didn't lose the game. They came back and won, and they beat the nasty Thunder and Lightning. So it was awesome.
Clear skies, baby.
It's blue sky and sunshine.
That's right.
It's their name. So it's gonna make for a great YouTube video.
Cool.
They came back and won against
did
the
you
girls
get-
who tried to cheat them.
Did you get footage of them like fighting? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what Zach got exactly.
I mean,
hope
Zach
so.
sounded like he was rolling for everything. So, yeah.
I hope so.
Oh man.
Yeah, I hope he got it all. Because yeah, it was good storylines. Yeah, I mean, like they were trying to like cheat them out of it. And anyway, I was just so proud of Rachel and Molly. I was like a dad. I was just like, I just hope they have fun, win or lose. I'm just proud of them. I hope they have fun. They're great, and it was awesome.
Was it like, oh, let's do this again? Like they wanted to do that, or was it like that was fun?
I was telling Isaac because he got there for the championship game, and he couldn't believe how good Rachel and Molly were playing. He's like, I mean, they're like dinking at a really solid level. Their drops, like this is amazing. And I was like, what's funny is like, I bet they're having so much fun. Rachel's having a blast. But if I asked her if she wanted to do this again, she'd probably say, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. Rachel's like, no, I seriously had a blast. I would do this again with Molly.
She got the taste for it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not trying to like play all the time now, but I would do another tournament with Molly.
Would she do one with you, or do you want to do one with her?
I think there's too much of a skill gap where it wouldn't be fun for either of us.
Really?
Because we even tried this before, like when we were first dating, we joined like a mixed doubles league, and the other team would they would hit every ball to Rachel. So
Gotcha.
no fun for me. And then of course they just hit it to Rachel until she messes up. So it's no fun for her either.
Yeah.
And
Just
it
feels
kind of
like-
fires me up as a man too, because I'm like, there's a man across the net for me who is too scared to hit a wiffle ball to me.
Be a man.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, come on. So it's just better. Because a lot of couples are like, we end up fighting. If we play pickleball, we will end up fighting.
Yeah.
I'll end up fighting the guy across the net from me. I'm like, hit it to me. Be a man.
You'll fall asleep and she'll cry.
Yeah, hit the plastic ball to me. What are you so afraid of?
You know, pickleball, the sport with the ball.
The ball and everything?
Yeah. Let's
Please
be
take the paddle.
Let's be men about it.
But no, so proud of Rachel and Molly. So they were great. Won their first tournament, 3.5. And then Isaac and I played 4.5 right afterwards. Gonna have to watch the video, see what happened there.
I love it.
Gonna have to watch the video.
I love it.
Knock, knock.
Somebody's at the door.
He's an
Jake.
improv master.
Hey.
Somebody's at the door.
It's not my house, so I'm not answering it.
That makes sense. I should get it. Who's here? No one. It was a prank.
Ah!
But wait. I don't know where I'm going with this. Major Roasters. Perfect intro.
Who's there? A big old bag of beans.
Big old bag of beans at my door. Hey, Christmas is here now, but it doesn't mean you're going to stop drinking coffee. Doesn't mean you can't be nice to your family or your friends.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean your nose stops working.
Nope.
See where I'm going with this?
Yep.
You could still buy coffee.
Yep. Yes, MainStreetRoasters.com is the website that we use to buy the best coffee in the world from Napanee, Indiana. Main Street Roasters. Just wonderful coffee. And how much do we even have the ability to say about like coffee, right? Like it's just coffee. It's just good coffee. Like, you know the difference between good coffee, bad coffee. And then there's excellent companies like Main Street Roasters who just love to support us. So please support them in the process.
Yeah, I was clearing up some space on my computer the other day, and it was a file, like a podcast file that we didn't need anymore. It's from 2022. And when I clicked on it, we were like saying something about Main Street Roasters. I was like, wow, they've been here for a while.
Yes, and we never want them to think, oh, the Jake and Brad don't appreciate us anymore, because we do. We always do. We're so thankful. I literally have Main Street Roasters every single day, and I'm thankful for them. And so if you would like to show your support of this podcast and get some great coffee in the process, please go to MainStreetRoasters.com, use the promo code GRKC for 10% off. It's the same exact promo code and discount we've always had. It's amazing.
So prove it to us that you know it. Go buy it.
Yeah. So, MainStreetRoasters.com. MainStreetRoasters.com. So you think the next one they would do is 4.0, or you think 3.5 was right?
I was kind of thinking when the PPA comes back to Kansas City, like next August, maybe interim in that and do 3.5. Because like local tournaments compared to like PPA tournaments, the competition's a little different. So that'd be really cool if they could win like a PPA 3.5.
I don't like the games to 15. I think I'd rather do two games.
out of three.
Yeah, two out of three. Like, because sometimes when a game gets away from you, mentally you're done. Like,
Yeah,
if
you
you're
kind of
losing
need to
7-1,
reset.
Yeah,
Reset.
Yeah, 7-1, you could lose a game 11-4, but then you could come back the next game and win 11-7.
Yeah. Even just to have 90 seconds to think through. It's like a halftime adjustment. I'm like, all right, what was working? What wasn't? Let's take some time to communicate about it.
Maybe it's just a mental discipline I don't have that is just necessary for that. But because all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, that game got away from us and we
Just happened so quick.
Yeah, exactly. It happened so fast. But
it was fun. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of pickleball. I think I've played 5 days in a row now.
Yeah.
So I'm all in right now.
You playing inside right now?
Playing inside.
Never outside.
Yeah. Isaac and I were talking recently, and we're like, I think it would be like good for the business for us to like actually try and get good at pickleball. So I think we're gonna try this winter to like actually play. We're gonna start taking lessons from TJ, the sponsored Friday athlete. He's really good. So
good, dude.
Look out. Plastic ball.
That's fun. I have some updates from my kids. Always. I mean, that's mainly what I'm doing right now is just hanging out with kids. Went to Polar Express with them. I think I mentioned that last week. And we were sitting there waiting for Polar Express to start. And we see this like family come in. And I noticed that like, I didn't like stare at them or anything. So I didn't know who they were. But I noticed that this kid sits like right next to Hattie. And I'm like, that's like this theater is plenty big. Like, what are we? But I was like, okay. And like Bo like starts like nudging me. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I see it, but like, don't point it out to these people. And then Bo like does it again. And I look down and it's my friend Todd Porter's family. Like,
oh, cool.
Yeah, had no idea he was coming. And so they came and sat with us and everything. And
Bo's just like, Todd Porter's family.
Dad, it's Xander. But that was
Xander.
Yeah. Xander, Bo, Zeke, Todd's wife. And it was awesome. It was a fun time. And then from there, Union Station has what's called the Link, which like you can
where the Eagles play.
Yeah, that's right. Lincoln Financial Field is in Union Station, Kansas City. But it's like this above ground, whatever you want to call it, tunnel where you can walk from Union Station to Crown Center without going outside. And so I was like, let's go to Crown Center and see. I was like, I'll buy you some ice cream, you know.
Legos.
I was like, we're doing reverse dinner tonight. We're doing dessert first. They thought it was awesome. We got dirt and worms.
Just Hattie and Bo.
Just Hattie and Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a little bit easier to move around and everything. But then we were over there, and then we're like, let's go see what's at like the Crown Center like Christmas tree across the street. They have like ice skating and stuff there. I was like, yeah, let's just go look at it. I knew they had stuff to like climb on and stuff. All of a sudden, we're over there, and it was like the mayor's Christmas tree lighting.
Oh,
and like Casey Wolf is there, and like they're doing like all these light shows and all this stuff. I was like, this is awesome.
Great timing.
And so all of a sudden, by the end of the night, Hattie was like, this was the second best night of my entire life. I was like, awesome. So it was just like fun memory with them. And then also, we had like a little, Bo and Rosie go to Mother's Day Out. And so they had like this Mother's Day Out Christmas program. And this was like, Hattie has done it before. Bo's done it before. This is Rosie's first time. And I was like, out of all of our kids, like Rosie seems like the one that might actually like get into the songs she's singing or do the dances. Dude, she went up there. I mean, it's so cute and just whatever. She went up there and didn't say a thing, didn't move a muscle. Just stood there the entire time. Like all these other kids are kind of trying to like, have a delayed motion to the song, 6
She was
seconds
just
afterwards.
frozen by the lights.
She wasn't scared. She didn't seem nervous or like
Taking
sad.
it all in.
I think she was maybe like Catherine and I were like trying to wave to her, like show her where we were.
Like, it's okay. It's all good.
Right. But then Calvin and Molly's son, Vinny, is at the same Mother's Day
I
out.
could see him going nuts.
Vinny was unbelievable. So his class did Little Drummer Boy, and Vinny drummed on beat for 3 minutes straight.
No way.
He's like 3 years old or something like that, and he's just going like this the entire time. I was like, why couldn't you be more like Vinny? I mean, just could not like break it. He was awesome.
Was he drumming to the Busta Rhymes part of the rap
He
too?
was. He did the Busta Rhymes part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to the beat of his like.
Yeah, he did like Nick Cannon drumline at that point. Like, and then Bo got up there, and Bo did a pretty good job. It was so cute and fun and everything. But yeah, dude, Vinny just stole the show for me.
That's fun.
He nailed it.
Hattie did some little craft sale, right? I know Rachel went and bought something
dude.
from her.
Yes, that's my win of the week. How about put a pin in it?
Win of the weeks?
Win of the week. Pin untaken out. Yeah, win of the week was the Maker's Mark. Maker's Mart.
Not market.
Nope, it was Maker's Market.
Oh, what? Oh.
I'm pretty sure. I wrote it down. Maker's win of the week. Maker's Market. Yep, sure enough.
Wow.
Good job, Jake.
Thanks.
Yeah, so her homeschool classical conversations thing, her co-op, like does this thing. And I'd heard her talking about it, but I didn't understand how big of a deal this was. Like, it was like this little entrepreneurial fair thing where all these kids had done all these cool, like selling all these different things. Like Military Bob's kids were there selling rubber band guns.
Military Bob. That's such a good reason right there to homeschool. Like,
dude,
having opportunities like that is pretty
100%.
unique and special.
100%. And like Hattie, had the time to like work on all this stuff. And so, we made like display stands for her. She made all these bracelets and rings and necklaces and stuff. And she made all these different things. She had a little piece of paper out on the front that's just like her handwritten thing. It's like, hi, my name is Hattie Ellis. I'm 7 years old. I live at, and then just puts her address in there. Bye. That's all it is. I live at blank in Shawnee, Kansas. Bye. It was so
It's a great intro.
And then she has like all these prices. And of course, my entrepreneurial like self is like, those are way too cheap. You need to be charging way more for this stuff. Like her rings, I think rings were 5 cents or 10 cents, and her bracelets were 50. But like people came, like my children's pastor, Sam Sievers, came and was like, I'll take one of those rings. And she's like, okay, that's 10 cents. And he's like, all right, here's $5. You keep the change. It was just so sweet, so kind. And Hattie didn't know what that meant. So she's like, okay, so the change will be $4.90. He's like, no, you get to keep all that.
It's $4.90 and then I keep it.
I was like, Hattie, do you understand? It was like you just sold 50 rings right there. Like, that's amazing. So Bo's already scheming. He wants to sell cutting boards next year. And of course, my entrepreneurial head's like, let's teach Bo that you can either sell, 100 rings or just one cutting board. Sell it for $30, whatever. But it was so sweet to just see all these different kids. I mean, it was candles and I don't know, all these different like candy and whatever, all
Is
these
it
different cool things.
adults shopping with their kids? Is it kids shopping?
I think it's mainly adults. I think sometimes like the adults will give their kids money. So like my Aunt Cindy came and gave, I think a bunch of like most of the, like she brought my niece and nephew and then also gave Bo and maybe Hattie and Rosie, I don't know, but like gave them like $5 or $10 to like, so
Yeah.
Bo got one of those rubber band guns.
Got some walking around money.
Yeah. Bo got a rubber band gun. He got some big like candy like thing. And oh yeah, he was having a blast. 3D printed Christmas tree or something, like all of these cool things. I was just so like encouraged by.
I would, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, because that's like in 5th grade. That's like my first. I did like this. It was like this. What did they call it? I don't remember what it was even called. Like
Special ed.
young enterprise. I did like this thing where it was like no, and I got a taste for like that was fun to like. The harder I worked, the more I could make. You know,
It's awesome.
The more inventory I had, the more I could sell. You know, it was so fun. So I hope that Hattie's the same way. But she worked so hard on it, and like she had, you know, the display and the tablecloth and all this stuff. And Catherine helped, and I helped, and Bo. So now she's like, I think I could hire Bo to help me make these things.
Now we're
and
talking.
I could give him half of the money that we make. And I was
Delegate.
like, there we go. There we
Yeah.
go. Keep turning those wheels, Hattie. So anyway, it was really fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I never had anything close to that. There was one time in Gifted where we were supposed to come up with like an invention and then like show off your invention.
Yeah.
Which I really got into that.
Yeah.
But I wish throughout my entire, education, upbringing, everything, we had more opportunities to like create a product or sell a product or anything like that.
What was
Yeah,
your
it's so fun.
invention?
It was like a mailbox. So you know what the bank, the like chute,
Yeah, the pneumatic tubes.
pneumatic tubes. Is that what they're called?
I think so.
Seems like I should have known that in
If
third
they're
grade.
pneumatic, they are called that.
Is that like? I don't even know how it works actually.
I think pneumatic is like time and look it up.
Air pressure?
Yeah, I think it's air pressure. Yeah,
Is that the noise?
it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's actually more like this.
Really? It's deeper pitch than mine.
Well, you're doing ones in.
Bank of America.
Yeah, okay. They're different there. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, container operated by air or gas under pressure.
Gas? Oh, I don't think so. No thanks.
No, sir.
No way.
Oh, not on my
no
checkbook.
fracking here, brother. No, thank you.
I remember going to the bank with my mom like when I was probably 8, and she was like, I was obsessed with those. I like loved just watching them. And I feel like she told me, she was like, they're trying to figure out ways to like transport people like similar to that or something like that. And I was like, cool. I don't know if that ever happened,
Sick.
but yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty fun.
But yeah, we lived on land, and it was a long walk to the mailbox. So I wanted a tube to go from the
genius.
mailbox to just like our front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That was it.
So you didn't actually invent it. You just had the idea to invent it, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't actually invent anything. It was just like, I think I made like a model. Like, here's my house. Here's what it'll look like kind of thing.
That's cool.
Something like that.
Look at you go. All right, that's my win. You guys got some wins?
Timon, you got to win?
Yeah, I think just like spontaneously hanging out with people. I just love when it's like a last minute thing that's not
Getting
planned.
zany.
Yesterday, I had my voice lesson, and it turns out Zach's, I didn't know this, Zach's was right after mine, so kind of overlapped there. But then Oliver was like a mile away, and so he called me like, what are you doing right now? Because we have like our locations and stuff, and it was like, I don't know, not really anything. So we just hung out for a little bit and like shot a skit for Backseat Boys. That was
Hey,
fun, which might be out by the time this comes out. But yeah,
what was the skit?
we're trying to like not only have to do podcast stuff just to try new things. It was it's like a POV type thing, and it's like the girl that can't keep a secret.
Okay.
And I play this girl that can't keep a secret, and so there's like 3 different like bits. So I don't know.
Wow,
It might be funny.
fun.
Yeah.
He's growing up.
My boy's growing up.
Wow. Went from Adobe Enhanced to the girl that can't keep a secret. We really changed him.
That's good. Are you? What made you a girl?
You wear a nothing
wig?
visually. No, we
Yeah.
had no props, no prep. We just like thought of the idea then and wrote the jokes and did the video.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how Trey like becomes a girl just by like putting on a robe.
Yeah.
I think there's some steps you could take where you look like a drag queen. I don't really like that, but there's other steps that I feel like look worse. Like when some guys will just put like a towel over their head when they're a girl character.
That's a very like common thing.
Yeah, like when did this start? I hate that. That's worse than
Yeah.
having nothing on. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think you just need like one
And I
scarf,
acted
one
a little
robe.
feminine in the video just to
Well, yeah, you
embrace
should
the
probably do that
but,
too.
but nothing like I didn't wear anything different.
Yeah,
Nice.
good for you.
Thanks.
The girl that can't keep a secret.
You gonna win?
I'm sure I do. I didn't do a good job of writing one down, but I'm gonna go with Rachel she's gonna accept it. Rachel got a job offer while running a mile. That was
wow.
pretty fun. That feels pretty tough to do. Kind of cool.
Did she break stride or she just kept walking?
I think she didn't stop.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's really a career, but where the pickleball tournament was, it's like one half of the old US toy building is pickleball, the other half is volleyball courts.
Ghosties, no. Some of them.
Ghosties, no.
Yeah, I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, we did Grandeboo.
Wow, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one F12.
F12, sorry.
Yeah, that was it, SW19. Anyway, so yeah, other side's volleyball. And so Rachel and I, we were like, let's run our mile before pickleball starts. Well, as we start running our mile, they start getting set up for volleyball. So Rachel's running and being like, hey, what club team is this? While she's running around them. And they're like, it's Mavs. And Rachel's like, oh, fun. I used to play for Six Pack. And while she's running, the girl's like, if you used to play for Six Pack, you can coach here anytime. Rachel's like, sweet.
Yeah.
And then they
It's
ran
like-
back around and was like, yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, maybe. Always fun to coach for volleyball. So
Has she coached before?
when she first moved to Kansas City, she was
Oh.
working for Rosedale Middle School.
Okay.
And I think she like was their middle school volleyball coach
Yeah.
for free. And I don't even know if they had practices. It was like
Okay.
just show up to the games and
Yeah.
try to get their serve over the net.
Yeah.
Like there was a girl who dove one time and her cell phone flew out of her spandex. You know, like it was just corralling
Sure.
the middle schoolers. So
You think she would like it?
maybe I think she would rather do it for younger kids. I don't
Okay.
think she would want to do it for like a super serious team, and definitely not a head coach. It's just a lot of work. And
She'd rather just teach them like the base, like the fundamentals, than rather than like push them to be hard. Like meaner,
yeah, and I think
you
just
know.
I think the more competitive you get, the less fun girls often have. You know, you're just
Hey.
taking it more serious. We travel all the way here. This is a big deal. Like,
Give me a smile.
yeah, give me a smile. Just pickleball. No,
No.
bulldog. But yeah, I think it'd be fun for Rachel to coach some volleyball or just like do setting lessons or something.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That is a fun win.
I'm always asking her to give me setting lessons. I'm like, hey, I can't keep being the worst person on the team. I need you to make me a better volleyball player.
Is she?
Yeah, she'll like give me plenty of tips, and then she'll also get discouraged. Like, yeah, I just think you need to have done this when you were younger. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah. It's interesting to hear her talk about it because she does think that there's a certain, maybe I've said this before, but there's like biological things that you just like can't help. She's like, I was born like the like shape and size of my hands. She's like, I've had people tell me that they're like perfect for setting. Like, yes, I worked hard at it and did it a ton as a kid, but there's some people like just like the offset of like your wrist and where your hand is, like it would just be harder for you to get great setting a volleyball.
Wow.
Because of like your wrist position or even just your natural flexibility in your wrist.
Yeah.
I think she was born with like perfect hands to set a volleyball. And like credit to her high school volleyball coach who like plucked her, WNBA plucked the game in like third grade and was like, you're going to be a setter.
Wow.
And so Rachel was like, okay.
Those are
that's-
setting hands.
It was,
Yeah.
it was setting hands.
Those aren't corn. Those aren't planting hands. Those are setting hands.
That's what we saw when we hired time. I was like, those are camera switching hands.
Those are switching hands.
Now don't get too big for your britches making lady videos. All right, you got good fingers switching cameras.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
awesome.
so yeah, maybe I wasn't born with good setter hands.
Maybe not.
I don't know. The doctors, they can't figure it out.
You do a lot of other things very well, so I think you can accept not being perfect at setting.
Thank you.
You can accept it,
I would like to though.
but it would be nice.
You want to do that segment that I think only you are participating in?
Yeah, I have two. You want? Yeah, I'll do relatable or not, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
I got two. Which one? Yeah, let's do that one, and then we can do the other one another time.
Okay.
Ghosties, if you have thoughts about the other segment's going to be called "Judge Me If You Want," but
Okay.
all right, this one is relatable or nah, dude. Okay, so I want to ask you guys: is this relatable or not, dude? I have to find like I wrote down, I have to find the perfect time to go to bed. In other words, like sometimes I'm like, I'm going to bed early tonight. I got to go to like, but if I get to bed too early, then I don't fall asleep. And then I have a hard time. Like if I'm in bed too long before falling asleep, then I just stay up even later than I would have if I would have gone to bed at the right time.
I think I understand. It sounds complicated though.
Dude.
Nah, dude.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, definitely not relatable.
Okay.
I don't even know if I comprehendable.
Yeah, let's say let's use number examples. Let's say I would like to fall asleep by 9:30, so I go to bed at 9 o'clock. If I'm not falling asleep right away because I'm still like a little bit awake at 9, then all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock and I haven't fallen asleep. But if I would have waited till 9:30, I would have been sleepy. I would have fallen asleep almost immediately.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so at 9 p.m. you're just laying there and just can't fall asleep?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Nah, dude.
All
right. Relatable?
I thought of one
Yeah.
while you were saying that one.
Yes.
We'll go popcorn so I have more time to think.
Oh,
What was it? Oh, I will spend a good amount of time sometimes like deciding which product I want to buy. Like I'm going to buy some running gloves and I'll spend 5 minutes choosing which type of running gloves I want. Like spending way too much time for this like dumb, like whatever. I get so close to buying this one and I end up buying this one. But the second I buy it, no remorse, no rear view mirror. I never once think about that one did have that feature. I wonder if it would have been better with that. And that goes from running gloves to like buying a house.
okay.
Like I can spend so much time laboring over which one to choose. But once the decision is made, there's no like looking back. Relatable or nah, dude?
Nah, dude.
No.
I don't think
Which part?
I don't know. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if I would find myself fairly commonly thinking maybe I should have done like something different.
You'll remember what was still or what was an option.
And I think I maybe spend an average amount of time deciding though. I don't know. But maybe it's probably a good thing that you spend so much time making the decision because then you don't have the regret. Like
Maybe that's why it feels like a
Yeah.
very confident decision.
yeah.
And there's some things, I mean, you just like, I should buy some like, everything's running, I guess. I should buy some like earmuffs for running.
Yeah.
And then I have bought it and ordered it in 20 seconds.
Because you know what you want.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't even care. Just, yeah, fleece, sure, sounds good. But yeah, certain things like, I don't know, buying a space heater. It's like, well, what size room does it say? How many watts? Well, it's like I'll spend so much time and then the second you buy it, like, great, this is my space heater now.
Yeah, you never think like, should I have gone and checked this other one out?
Yeah.
I say relatable. The only one I don't relate to was the house because I remember after, like I really enjoyed the process of like, finding a house and like
Zillion.
Zillion and like also like, you're just because it was a hunt for us. It wasn't like we had a lot of money to spend for a house, so therefore it wasn't like we could just pick out anything. So like after we bought that house, it was still like. We still like got the automated emails from our realtor for a few days afterwards. And I was like, I'll check out whatever we got here. What else is out there?
Wow. Did you do it with your truck too?
No, the truck. I was very adamantly like, I researched that for a long time and tried to find
Felt good about it.
a bunch of deals. But then after that, I don't think I looked back because I was so happy and content with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think overall relatable. Relatable or nah, dude, this is more of just a feeling that I have. Potato chips, they're not fun and they're not good. Just
They're not
Relatable.
fun, they're not good.
relatable or not, dude. Potato chip, regular potato chip. I'm not talking
Just
about
like Lay's,
yellow.
yellow.
Who the heck cares about Ruffles even? Oh,
Yes.
Ruffles have ridges. That's fun. No, it's not. Ruffles
Yeah.
are the garbage, the last potato chip I'd ever want.
This is so true. When would you ever pick Lay's potato chips over any other chip?
I'm not saying like I won't eat it. Like, of course, it's salt and fried oil, whatever. Like, yeah, it tastes fine.
but you're right, it's not. There's nothing fun about it.
No, they're the worst.
This is a great take.
Ruffles have never done it for me.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But straight up, yellow bag, Lay's, regular potato chips, I don't mind them on their own. And I think they really hit next to a sandwich.
Really?
Oh, I think they absolutely complement
Okay.
just a nice cold cut.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regular, yeah. They get so much better.
Like they have like those variety, like single serve bags at Costco that has like regular, chili cheese Fritos, Cooler Ranch Doritos. It's like I'm never picking the yellow Lays ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are thrown away at the end of the trip.
I do like the barbecue ones.
Yeah, because they're good.
I don't mind the Lay's though.
Listen, you're right. I shouldn't have said they're not good because I don't mind them either. Like, yeah, force me to eat it, fine. But I'm never going to be like, okay, please. I would love more of those, please.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jake, let's get a little more serious here. Healing Waters is a sponsor of ours, healingwaters.org, give.healingwaters.org/PMD match, all the different things. Healing Waters, I'm just going to read from their website here. It says, who we are. It says, as participants in God's mission of restoring humanity to wholeness, we work to end the human suffering caused by the global water crisis. We apply our engineering expertise, international development experience, and faith in God to help the world's most vulnerable communities establish, own, and operate community-wide safe water systems. We envision a world where every child, woman, and man is free to flourish in relationship with God and each other. So we are sponsored by Healing Waters today, Healing Waters International, and we want to not only have them, pay for us to talk about them, but we want them to be able to make money off of them advertising with us by raising a lot of funds for them. And so we're doing that with this PMD match all through December. So this is our last, I believe. No, we have one more ad with them in December.
Yeah, but now would basically be the time, like, to make your money go further, to make it go twice as far. Right now, whenever you're listening to this, would be a great time to consider donating. Like Brett said, like their website, community-wide water, like safe water missions, like that describes what they're doing. It's for the whole community, and they're going into communities that don't currently have clean water solutions to wash their hands, to cook food with, to bathe with. So crazy, crazy important. They're doing big things, and we would love for y'all to consider giving to them with the link in our description. So thanks.
Yep. And if you do give, PMD Beauty will match it dollar for dollar up to $10,000. So, hey.
Easy.
Yeah, I dare you. Safe Waters transforming lives. So please get on board. give.healingwaters.org/PMD match.
I'm kind of scrambling here now.
You're fine.
Relatable or nah? Timon, feel free to pitch in here. The beginning of my marriage, I would lift the toilet seat up to pee, and now I do not.
You just go for it.
Yeah.
And you do a pretty good job. And when
Yeah,
you
I mean,
don't,
I never miss the bowl, but occasionally what you will have is it splashes up onto the seat.
you never miss the bowl.
People always talk about it. Relatable or no, I've never had trouble missing the bowl.
Great.
Second, relatable. Yeah. The aim is just fine. But every now and then you'll notice like, oh, it splashed up on the seat.
Okay.
Ah,
Timon, relatable or not?
wipe it off. Wipe it off.
It was the first few years of marriage that I would. So it lasted a little longer for me.
But then you
I
did
don't
get rid of
anymore.
it.
Yeah, so relatable.
Okay.
Right?
Nah, dude, I do it every time.
You still lift.
Not even because I think Catherine wouldn't want it, or like I don't even know, whatever. Always and forever I will.
Good for you.
I don't know.
Forever. You're willing to commit to that.
Forever.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my own thing. Like it's like I want it. That's the right thing for that. I don't know.
So what's going on to where you're missing the?
Let's not get into mechanics. All right.
Is it?
Do you know what balance boards are?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like go back and forth on it as I'm doing it. And
Yeah.
It's just too much. No, I mean, I'm not missing very often. I don't think that's part of it. I don't know. Yeah, but I think the initial shot,
First.
yeah, you never know where that thing's
Sometimes, yeah, you're like, whoa, I didn't know I had it aimed
going.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to calibrate a little bit.
Sometimes.
Plus, this is pretty whatever. We're just talking.
It's
about.
Christmas. No one's listening.
That's true. That area of the that land, underneath the toilet seat, that's my land. That's my kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine's never seeing that.
In our house, you could put the cure for cancer under there. Nobody'd ever see it.
That's what I'm saying though. Like you could communicate back and forth with me and Bo. could
Other
just talk.
bros.
Yeah. Hey Bo, I love you, man. Love you too, Dad. Just back and forth, writing notes on that.
Hey, Dad.
Hey Dad, I got this for Mom for Christmas. Great. She'll never know, son.
Hey, Dad. Got a Charmander today. Thanks, bud.
You bet, buddy. Recently, he's been saying some funny things recently, like just making up his own phrases. Like he's been saying shucks a lot.
Oh, shucks.
But sometimes he'll be like, shuck a buck or something like that. Oh, shucks a Rooney. All these different things. It's just so random and funny. So shuck a buck. Relatable or not, dude? My hair seems to always look best right before bed when it doesn't matter.
Really?
You ever feel that? Like you're like, dang, it looks nice right now. And I'm just going, I gotta go to bed.
Sometimes, but not enough for it to be a pattern. I would say nah, dude.
Nah, dude.
Sorry, what were you? I missed the first part of your sentence.
Oh, I just said my hair always seems to look best right before I go to bed.
100% relatable.
Yes?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Just in general, like, just how I look.
Yeah.
I mean, midday,
yeah.
right before bed where I'm not seeing anyone, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. You want me to go again?
Yeah, give me another.
Relatable or nah, dude? Toy Story has given me a false sense that everything in my house has emotions.
Oh, relatable.
I can't give that shirt to Goodwill. Like I haven't even barely worn it yet. And it's like, I don't like that shirt. Like get rid of it. But it's like, but that shirt has, or I feel a little bit bad if it's like, that was a gift. It's a little bit different than Toy Story, but like that was a gift given to me. They spent money on it and I didn't wear it very much. I don't like the way it looks, but I got to keep it for a few more months before I throw it out. Or like, I think that way towards saws, like in my wood shop. I'm like, man, this saw's not going to like this wood. It's going to make this wood. It's going to make this saw
That's
mad.
how I feel. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Like just, but everything has this like feeling to it,
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to attribute it to Toy Story, but you're probably right. I feel it that way when it comes to like, hey, let's turn all the lights off before we leave the house. Not even to save money, just give them a break. Let them chill for a second.
Okay,
oh
yeah.
my God, they've been working all day. And I'm kind of joking, but not really. Like that is how I feel. Like when we go to bed, we usually have some like ambient lighting on in our kitchen. And first thing in the morning, I come and turn it off. Like, I'm awake now and I need lights, but not this one. He's been up all night.
Yeah, it's tired.
I
Yeah.
seriously do that every single day. I turn that light off. I'm like, I'll give him a break.
Every once in a while, I'll like go to my closet and pick out some shoes I haven't worn in a while. And I'm like, I bet these shoes are so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, they are like, finally, I'm off the shelf, moving around, seeing the world.
Yeah, it is nice. No, I definitely feel that. It's mainly just like their work ethic and their like motivation to work for me. Like the saw. It's like, I know its job is to cut things.
I'm sorry, though.
He's not going to like this, though.
Yeah.
He's not going to like this hard cedar.
Right. Hard cedar.
Totally. I feel like with like just any mechanism, really. I'm like, I just opened and closed the garage door. Now I got to go outside again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to like this.
Dang it. Yeah. It's like, what were we doing the first time?
I got to ask him to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely,
You get it?
feel that way.
I'd say nah, dude.
Nah,
I
dude.
You don't feel that? You're
relate
not
to this at all,
acoustic
no.
like us? Okay. Yeah, that one's really good.
Okay. This is another one. This is one I got from last week. So we got a new to Timon camera for Timon. And obviously Jake and Timon are exceptional technological people. But relatable or not, dude, is it hard for you guys to watch people struggle with technology even though you're no better? It was like, so you guys were doing things last week with like trying to figure out this camcorder, and like you were doing all the things that I would do, but I so badly wanted to be like, well, let me try. Let me see if I turn it back on and off, it'll work better,
I would feel like if I was in the room and watched them do it, maybe not as much, but if I wasn't able to see it and I just heard like, I tried this, and this, then I would have more doubts. Be like, why don't I take a crack at it?
I'm so eager. Like when Catherine's like, oh, my phone won't work. This, and this. I'm like, can I just try it? Like, I know
that gives me an idea for mine.
and it's like, I know you said you did it just like this, but can I try it just in case?
I just need to make sure that it would also wouldn't work for me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I could
so true.
watch you do it and I'd be like, let me have a crack at that.
Just in case. I don't know. Let's just try.
Yeah.
No,
this
that's
isn't the same
relatable.
thing, but like I remember in co-op a couple of years ago, like my teacher would play like a video on YouTube, and every time, this is different, but just like this is a little pet peeve thing, she would always like click. She would never use a space bar or any like shortcuts to click play.
Go
pause.
and click the play
She
button.
would click the play button, and then she would keep her mouse there.
No. So you
And
can see the mouse the whole time?
This was an hour-long class. We were just going to watch this documentary the whole time. And I had to just sit there while the arrow is on the pause button, and all
Ready
the
to
things,
pause it, and
there's
you
the title at the top. There's the play bar down at the bottom, and I just had to sit there just watching. I wasn't even watching the documentary.
Yeah,
I was
you're
just
like, how does she not see this?
how do you
How does she not care? That's
yeah,
what.
how do you not care that that's there?
Yeah.
That
I'll tell you, living with Rachel has taught me that there's certain there's just different brains out there, and they will not ever see stuff like that. They will never notice.
Or they don't care. You think she would care?
I would say
I
probably
wonder-
a little bit both. Like, I don't think Rachel would notice, but
Yeah.
also like, oh, yeah, I saw it at the beginning, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah. Who cares? Oh man. Yeah.
that grinded my
Yeah,
gears.
I think we all notice stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's part of being comedians, right, guys?
Yep,
Tommy
yep.
makes lady videos now, so
I'd be a girl sometimes.
He's got those setting hands.
setting hands. That reminded me of an example. We were at a comedy club in Toledo one time. Oh, Trey would remember the guy's name, but Dominic. Jake would remember the guy's name.
Hello.
Dominic was the guy, and we learned later that he's not normally the guy. I think he's a comedian, and they didn't have someone. They called him in to run sound for us. Just not great with technology. And so, back then Trey's playing videos, and this is bogging their brain. And so his computer is up on the projector for all of us to see, and he's navigating it. And so first Trey's like, all right, I emailed you the Google Drive link. And first of all, watching him navigate his email, we're like, all right, it's right there. And he's like, oh.
Oh man.
You're like,
It's there.
it's the only bold one.
Yeah,
It says
yeah.
Trey Kennedy.
So
Like, all
the one that's unread.
right. I mean, he's our age. And so he finally clicks on it, and then it takes him to Google Drive. And then, we were just I had to walk away. I was like, I can't
Yep.
see Dominic navigate Google Drive anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, just double clicking the right click. I'm trying to right click, it's not working. Like, you're clicking it twice. You've used a computer before,
Yeah,
right?
that's rough.
34.
I think just maybe that overarching struggle for me is inefficiency in general.
There's a
sometimes
better way. Hit the space bar.
I really struggle now that I'm not in meetings very often. And now that I see time as money rather than
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fill my day with a
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
It sometimes when I'll go to board meetings or something anything where it's gosh, this is taking so long.
Yeah.
We did not accomplish the right it's why are we doing this? What this conversation is going around in circles. You know,
Yeah.
all these different things. Just so hard to watch inefficiency go down. It's oh man, can I just do it for you?
Why don't I go ahead real quick?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I thought of two, and I already forgot the first one, so we'll go to the second one, I guess. Speaking of inefficiency, I feel oftentimes when I'm on a call with someone, it's a group call, fill in the blank, whoever is in there, but and we were on a call yesterday, so when you think this is about you, it's not about you. But I feel oftentimes people are just bad question askers. I know that sounds basic, just human, just knowledge, but people, it happens all the time. I would ask you, the question is what do you think you'll have for lunch today? Do you think you'll go out and grab I don't fast food or something? Or I know Catherine sometimes makes stuff at home for you. I was just wondering, did you do you have something in mind of what you're going to do for lunch today or anything like that? That's pretty common that I hear those things, whether it's a podcast or especially when I'm on a call with someone. I'm the first 7 words ask the question. They know what it means. You don't have to elaborate.
Okay.
People feel the need to explain their question or
I
just,
see.
I don't know. That really bothers me. Relatable or not.
Now I'm trying to think about our call yesterday and what example he's talking about.
I don't really think you asked any questions yesterday.
I was very I don't have much to say here, but
I'd say relatable. I think, but I also think relatable in that I think I can probably fall into this trap too. When
You're also a teenager, so
if it's
you got time, baby.
yeah, but if I'm in a conversation where I'm trying to keep the conversation going, I might just fill empty silence with a question that would take
Yeah.
longer than it needs to.
And sometimes it can almost, as a people pleaser, I feel it is a bit of rudeness, even if I just ask something really quickly and that's it.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to fluff it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely do what you're talking about. At least I for specifically the question of what do you do? Or because I don't know, that for me that sometimes is a little bit ambiguous question. So I'm what do you do? What's your job? How do you what? And I just kind of struggle through it and then just kind of
Until they start answering.
dot myself. What do you do? What's your job? How do you
and you wait for them to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm a CPA. Oh, awesome. Cool. That's great. Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
Sick.
That's
Yes.
nuts, dude.
Crazy. I bet April pretty nuts. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. People will just drag their question on and on and on. Like, how long have you guys been working together? Like, is this kind of a newer thing, or have you guys been doing this for a while? I know things got crazy during COVID, but I just didn't know if it was like before then or if it's like more recent. You know, it's like it's all nice,
funny.
it's fine, but I know that they are ready to answer the question. They know
see.
exactly what they're going to answer.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. Only I know what you're talking about. And I think I might be victim to it, or like a person who does it. So maybe that's why maybe I'm like defending myself in it. But I'm like, if the conversations were super black and white, where it's like, how long you been working together? 6 years. Do you like it? Yes, I do. What would you like to accomplish during this call? You know, like that's more like email to me. I don't know.
But
yeah, it is kind of like
nuance.
friendlying it up, kind of like, which
Maybe
I don't
that's what
mind.
it is.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
But I hear what you're saying, because I think maybe it's friendlying it up, or maybe it's just the people pleaser of like, I don't want to sound.
I don't want to sound short,
Yeah.
you know, and they take that the wrong way, but yeah.
But if we just change the cultural norm to, we can just ask very straightforward questions, you know?
Yeah. And I think there's nuance to it. Like the more serious the phone call, the more I don't want someone representing me or us to like waste someone else's time. Like let's get to it. Let them answer.
Yep.
I know they have an answer ready. I do think there's a skill and there's a benefit if you are interviewing someone. Let's say it's more of a podcast now, and you spring a question on them that's like probably difficult for them to answer super quickly. You do need to fluff it up. Like, what's one of the hardest times you and Catherine have laughed recently? Like, is there a time when, you know, and then you need to like, you follow up your own question to give them time to think. I think that's a skill.
An example of your own, maybe, or like,
Yeah.
Or help them brainstorm some. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
So little caveats here.
Catherine and I have not laughed in years.
Funny you bring it up.
Seems like it's been ever since Hattie was born, honestly.
Bit of a dry spell.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Relatable or not, dude? Let's do this one. I keep texts unread for days at a time, convincing myself that means I'll respond to them quicker/better. Like I have an unread text right now from the Andy Danoon, who's the guy from Ninjas or Butterflies. And
Oh, really?
he texted me a week ago probably, and I'm like, oh, if I don't read it, then that means I'll definitely respond.
oh, 100%.
It's not proving true at all.
I relate so hard to that. Yeah. Like I have so many unread where it's like just not the easiest thing to quick answer. So it's like, well, later I'll want
Yes.
to, of course, but I
Yes.
never will.
Yeah, I'm big. Like the vibes have to be right to respond to certain texts. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, how have you been lately? It's like, well, I'm working, right? I can't answer that right now.
Yep.
Or I'm driving right now, or even just like a long question that requires a long answer. Like, I better wait till I'm at the computer.
Yeah.
Right.
I can make an excuse to not answer any text.
I feel so bad because it's like when someone texts me, there's a 90% chance I will see it within 3 minutes.
That's
Like,
good to know,
somehow
Timon,
that I'll
because you've
see
been a
it.
bit slow recently.
No, that's what I'm saying is like I feel so maybe the stats are a little off on that. But like I will certainly go over a day without answering somebody sometimes, and there's no way I didn't like at least see the notification.
Sometimes I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because a lot of the questions that take you a while to answer are based on like calendar and schedule. Like that's sometimes tough to answer right away. This guy still lives with his parents. Makes lady videos.
This guy's got to consult with his mommy first. No, on one hand, I'm like, I would love to buck the expectation of responding right away. Like, I don't think it's like necessary to respond right away.
Yeah.
Or even like within an hour or whatever. Like, great. Don't be on your phone all the time. I'm trying to advocate more for that. But I'm just saying specifically the strategy of, well, just leave it unread and that means you'll respond.
Yeah.
It's not working. Like,
Relatable.
Yeah. When I say relate, I'm not proud of it. Yeah.
I'm not proud of it either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashamedly relate.
Yeah.
GOODRANCHERS. GOODRANCHERS. Come on, Timon. GOODRANCHERS. Hey. GOODRANCHERS. It spells out good. Good ranchers. Good ranchers. Spells out good. Good ranchers. Good ranchers. There's no hormones, no antibiotics or seed oils. It smells good. Good Ranchers. Good Ranchers. Spell it GOODRANCHERS. What? GOODRANCHERS. What? GOODRANCHERS. What? GOODRANCHERS.
Woo! How long have you been writing that?
Dude, you have to write things.
You have to write music.
Man, that was like our 6th, 7th try. Finally, we got it down.
Got it though, yeah. Timing finally
I
came in
think
at the right time.
Yeah, close enough that time.
Close enough to what?
Yeah, we'll just call it good. I gotta
It didn't
get
line
going,
up with the rehearsal
so.
track exactly, but yeah, it was okay.
That was great. For the longest time, I had no idea what you were spelling.
What double O?
What I know all the letters. Which one's double O?
I'm a James Bond fan, but I don't remember double OD.
I know double U.
Oh
This is the
yeah,
first I'm hearing of double O.
yeah.
Good Ranchers, though. What a great time of the year to get yourself and maybe your family big old just a hunk of meat.
Yeah.
Settle in, cozy up for the winter.
Yep.
Stop going to the grocery store. Just have it delivered to you. It's so convenient. You're going to get so much meat, so much value for your money because for the rest of the year, you're going to get a free add-on every single month.
Yes.
I mean, that's just like so much meat for the price. It really is a good deal. So take advantage using code GRKC. You're going to get free expedited shipping, $25 off your first box, and a free add-on.
Yeah. Friendly encouragement to people out there. Yeah. Spend more money at home, less money at a restaurant. I was doing my like end of year finances, seeing how much we spent, and we spent almost half as much money at restaurants as we did for groceries, even though we probably ate at restaurants 20% of the time.
Yeah.
You know, like it is so much cheaper to eat so much better at home than it is to eat at restaurants. So highly encourage you guys to invest in good food, good meat through goodranchers.com. Promo codes GRKC for those discounts. And yeah, it's American meat delivered from Good Ranchers. GOODRANCHERS.
Yep. One I thought of, I used to think like we all use Google the same. There's no skill to this. After being married, Timon, I've learned I'm not too bad at Googling. Or maybe Rachel is one of the worst I've ever seen. Because I used to, Rachel, I would be like, Rachel, you just Google it. And she's like, do you want to Google it? Like, what's the difference? You just Google it.
Dude,
But yeah, there is a difference.
capital, all caps, relatable.
Hard
Yes.
R relate.
Do I emphasize that?
Yeah,
Hard
man.
R relatable.
There's something.
Funny
Yeah.
joke, Timon. Funny joke.
Also,
Thanks. I'm a
I've
lady
noticed
video.
there's something
Comedian.
about you. I think you Google in questions, correct?
Let's see some of my recent Google searches. Maybe. I don't know.
Like if you were
Monkey rolls football was the last one.
okay, one that you're trying to find information.
I did Google a question recently. Is pint metric or imperial?
Yes, I don't think I would Google it like that. I don't know what I would.
Yeah, you don't really need the is. German milk liter. I do Google in questions. You're right.
Thank you. I know my friends.
How bad is mold in your basement?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably 50% of the time I'm Googling questions. YouTube to MP4.
No, that's a
No
good
question.
One. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
a good. That's a good Google.
We should do schmores of Google searches sometime. It's so open-ended. By the way, my dad called me yesterday, and he's like, hey, didn't need anything. Just want to say how much I loved the schmores of reindeer. He's like, when I first heard that, I thought that was going to be the dumbest thing. I didn't know how many reindeer there even were. I just thought that was dumb. And then hearing the way you guys went about it, he said, I absolutely loved it. That's all I had. I'll talk to you later. It's like
Okay.
a 40-second phone call.
Thanks, Steve.
He loved
That's
just
kind.
like the bit of like, there's no reason to defend this and then having to make up our own.
Yeah.
And he loved that format.
Thanks, man. I think it's one of those things where if we do it every week, it'd be like, okay, this is getting dumb.
Yeah,
but
you
like,
kind of run out of ways to defend themselves.
like I think one time we did a bracket of movies we haven't seen, and then we
Or
just
months.
But we just like talked about the movies for a while. We like critiqued the movies. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
it was
'cause-
back at the Latha house.
It was like based on what we thought we knew about the movie.
Right. Something like that. Thanks, Steve. I mean, I have a bunch more. I'll just do a few here. How about relatable,
He's lost it,
relatable
folks.
or nah, dude? Gosh, I'll be done. I go through seasons of password changes. So like I have a set kind of main password carcass, But like once I changed the password
You gave it some wings.
once,
Gave it
yeah.
some horns.
Oh yeah. Oh, that symbol change.
Oh, exclamation point
Oh,
now.
yeah. The A turned to an at.
Uh-oh, we're growing numbers. Uh-oh, 3 digits.
Yes. And so then like it changed from like this is my main one to now it's this, like with the exclamation point. Now
Yeah.
it's this with 2 more numbers on it. So it's like I have seasons of password changes. To where every time I have to change, I change it to this one.
Interesting.
I would say nah, dude.
Yeah, nah, dude.
I
for
keep
me.
my carcass the carcass.
No, my carcass. My carcass.
Or sorry, I guess just like yeah.
But then
forget I
when
said
you have to
carcass.
change it, what do?
I do no changes.
You have to change.
I don't have anything that requires me to change it.
Oh,
What
I
websites
call
are you going to?
malarkey on that.
You milk bag websites? What are you talking about?
Milk bag websites, subscription. Yeah, we do raw milk bags.
Are you on Only Bags?
No, I'm not. I need milk in there. That's the whole point. No, you guys don't ever have to change your passwords?
No,
the
I
only
do.
website that-
I'm saying I don't like.
What website?
It doesn't evolve. I just maybe I have a couple really base ones where like if I have a wrong password, I have 3 I'm gonna try, but those have been the same for like a long time.
You have 3 carcass.
Probably.
No, they're all the same carcass though. You're just adding things to them. Correct?
No, not fully. Not the same carcass. Like they're
What's your password? Like what's
Yeah,
your 3
let me-
carcass? Yeah.
They're like 3 different words.
yeah, like there'll be 3 fairly different things.
Oof, 3 carcass.
I don't hate that now that you're talking about it, because then you don't have to be like, it's
If you
this
keep-
plus an exclamation point. It's this plus this. It's
Yeah.
just like, these are my 3 things. Boom, boom. That didn't work. Boom, boom. That didn't
Yeah.
work.
If you
Must be
keep the
this.
numbers and the symbol the same and change out the word,
Which I will say I
that's a
do
pretty
have
good
to
system.
I would like whenever I have to change it, if it's this certain password, I will just like add a symbol or whatever. Like so I might I don't have 3 super rigid. I have 3 carcasses maybe.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
So the only website that ever asked me to change my password is the one we upload our podcast to, Megaphone, every like 6 months.
Yeah.
But I just have Google Chrome give me a new one and remember it, and then I never even need to know it. That's it though.
You're due. You're due for like 20 new
They're all
passwords.
going to hit. It's going to
Yep.
be the perfect storm one day.
You're going to understand what I'm talking about.
Like what website? Like I've had my Bank of America account for 10, 15 years now, never changed it. It's not a good password.
I don't know. It does feel
Not
like
even
it's
a
the
number
ones
in there.
It does feel like it's the ones that are less important that ask you to change them more.
Yeah.
Like my
the
waste
one-
management, like
Yeah, car wash membership.
garbage. Yeah.
It's time to change your password.
It's like, it's been 6 months, whatever. I don't know.
Did you guys adopt any details of your passwords from like passwords your parents had?
100%.
Yeah, I had
Because
an
I
uncle
think
give
mine
me
are
one.
all like somewhat like adjacent to my parents' passwords.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Passed down.
I bet my sisters have the same password as I do, more or less. That'd be
I know
interesting.
your main password word.
Yeah, you do. Don't
do.
say it here.
Stop.
HIPAA
Stop.
violation.
I think I know yours, Jake. Maybe.
I know one of them.
Yeah, I have the old carcass, I have the new carcass.
Now that it's
I'm
been
guessing
like,
I know your old
canceled.
card.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
That's fun. That's
Okay.
fun, guys.
All right. We'll end it there. I think that's a fun one to end on. I got more for another time, but
Cool.
fun.
How long has this been?
relatable
I have
and
no
audio.
idea. Has it been 3 hours? It's
Hour
been-
13.
Oh, no way.
Look at us.
Good for us.
All right. Quick valid or get off my high horse.
Oh, those are fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, real quick. You guys are traveling around Kansas City. You ever been to 100? I believe it's 135th and Quivira-ish. There's a restaurant establishment down there called, ready for this? Beef-a-roo. Beef-a-roo.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Valid or get off my high horse though. That is the worst name for a establishment ever, and no matter what they're selling there and how good it is, I'll never go to it.
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Beef-a-roo. I don't know how you would spell that. I don't know what roo means.
Beef-a-roo. Beef-a-roo.
Oh, like kangaroo.
I guess.
I was imagining R-U-E, but I don't, yeah.
Beef-a-roo.
Beef-a-roo, yeah.
I just think it's like that's the most unattractive name. Beef, just in general, like beef.
Like it's like Dunkaroo, which is like really fun, and kangaroo's the mascot.
Yep.
Sugar. Beef-a-roo.
Makes me
Beef-a-roo.
think of you're trying to like make a food sound fun for your little kid. Like eat your beef,
Beef-a-roo.
beef-a-roo.
on, beef-a-roo.
Bounce some kangaroo beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Because
is
for whatever
the-
reason, I don't think of like good rancher's like steak being beefaroo. Like I think of like some shredded roast beef, like sweaty deli meat
Yeah.
being beefaroo.
What is the target audience? Because like I looked it up, and the like logo is so like cartoony and
I know.
kid-like. But then it just says laid back eatery for hearty American food. It's like, well, what is the? It's not like a kid theme, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, it just
I agree.
everything
Bad
about
name.
the signage, the name, everything. It's like I don't think I'll ever go there unless somebody's like, hey, free. I'll give you $100 to go to Beefaroo. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm in.
All right. I'll
So.
do it.
Huh.
Last thing I'll mention here. We went out to dinner with friends of ours, Lindy and Ryan. Went to a French restaurant. A little scary when I was looking over the menu.
What's the French restaurant called?
What was it called? I don't remember.
Okay.
Something.
Not like the French Market or something.
No.
Okay.
What was it called? Doesn't matter. Anyway, got grandma's gnocchi. Pretty good, actually. Just had potato and cheese for dinner, but, you know,
Sounds
who doesn't
awesome.
love that?
Yeah.
Anyway, Lindy Lemaster, she asked us a good question. I was like, this is like a podcast type question that she asked the table. She said, like, because I was asking her about, she ran a marathon. I was like, you get the bumper sticker, 26.2? She's like, no. She's like, what are things in life that do deserve a bumper sticker outside of a marathon?
Yeah.
I'm going to say like childbirth, no epidural.
Okay.
You get a bumper sticker for that. Like, and it's wordy, but you spell out everything.
I think you get one no matter what. Epidural, C-section, anything.
Okay, yeah, maybe just a bigger
Those
sticker.
is no matter what. It's,
Yeah, don't
it's
underestimate childbirth.
It's
I
a
feel.
labor.
All right, hey, I was just trying to, get the ball rolling and let you guys know kind of the.
No, 100. That was my
When you've
first
been
thought,
married
was
as long
like,
as I have, you know, you get it. It's
Yeah, Timon's mom does not have any more space in her windows because of how the bumper sticker she gets.
yeah.
I think that's definitely one.
Or what if you did a marathon and didn't tell anyone about it for a year? Then you get a bumper sticker. Like
That's
I
good.
kept my marathon quiet.
Yes. Iron Man. I think Iron Man gets one.
Just doing an Ironman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or
I think I might have said that at dinner actually.
I don't know. A marathon seems so hard. I don't know. I think anything underneath the marathon though is like, good job. That's awesome. I don't know if you need a bumper sticker for that.
I'm gonna say like taking down all your Christmas decorations on the day you like set out to.
Just a very
like you didn't put it off. It's so easy to put that off. Well, let's keep up away. Let's do it next weekend.
filing your taxes like January 10th or before.
Yes.
Like
January
just
or February.
Right on the ball. Yeah.
Like as soon as you get W-2, 1099, whatever.
Yeah.
1095 file.
You'd be like fluent in 3 languages.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a
Like,
good bumper sticker. Right?
Because 2 languages, I mean, you
You
still
could have grown
It's still
up.
impressive, but you could have grown up in one and then learned the other one. Like grown
Third
up half and half.
Guarantees
3
you learned
languages,
one.
you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you had a very tough upbringing.
Yeah.
3 different countries.
Some other good ones.
I never missed trash day.
Okay.
And then like how long you went.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
5.5 years. I never missed trash day.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking of other things like that. Like I put my dishes in the dishwasher immediately every time. Yeah, something like that.
That'd be a good bumper sticker.
Like just things that would be a really succinct one right there.
What will be the acronym probably?
Yeah. So wordy. I texted my friends back when I saw it.
What's that movie that no one understands? Like I understand Tenet. Is that
Yeah.
like I understand
That's a
Tenet?
good yeah.
Yeah.
Or like something that's like hard to sit through or something like that. Like I watched this all in one setting.
I update my smoke alarm batteries.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Easy task, but I don't just.
Boy, is it? Yeah. Is it?
It's so much easier just when they start beeping, just unplug it. Just, stop.
What about I finish one house project completely before I start another one?
That's good.
That one is that I would never be able to have that on my thing because we are always like 95% done with something, and we're like, let's do this instead.
I corrected someone when they got my order wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's a one-time thing. You do it once, you get the bumper sticker. It's tricky. All right, that's it.
I bought something for somebody behind me, and I didn't tell anybody about it.
Ooh. Paid it forward in silence.
I paid it forward in silence. PIFIS. Pifis.
Perfect.
Pifis, yeah.
I got
Pifis
a Pimpus BS bumper sticker.
I'm sure there's more. Ghosties, you let us know. That's a fun question.
Yeah, it was a fun dinner question. Okay. Wrap this puppy up a bit.
How about a comment, huh?
Oh, yeah. I screenshotted one. I loved it.
I got one from last Wednesday's episode, I
Don't
believe.
you dare.
It's not the same. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. The first sentence of it is the funniest part to me. It's from Veronica Palmer, 3420.
Mine's from Tom Webb.
Last episode we were talking about breaking into Timon's car. She said, I just broke into the cars of 2 of my students a week and a half ago.
Oh, yeah. This is great.
And then the next sentence, which makes it even funnier, is my students are adults from other countries who are here learning English. Just absolutely taking advantage of these people. No. Then she just explained a little more. On the same day, they both locked themselves out of their cars. We could have called the locksmith, but where's the fun in that? We went to Home Depot and bought the inflatable pillow thing and a long metal rod. It took us a while, but we eventually got into both cars. This was probably one of the most useful purchases we've ever made, considering one of the students locked himself out of his car again yesterday.
So
There will definitely be more to come. Interesting facts. The auto parts store do not sell these, and you can also use duct tape to break into a car.
Look out.
So thank you, Veronica. Fun review. Fun comment.
Mine's from Tom Webb. He said, no one picking Sven in Schmores is criminal. Key cog in the award-winning billion-dollar movie franchise Frozen. If I'm the GM, I'm on the phone right now with his agent, and I don't sleep until Sven is in our locker room. Might be the biggest omission in S'mores history. I love that style of comment. That was great.
Yeah, I did appreciate or somebody comment. I think it was Tucker Hamilton in the Facebook group.
Commented about my pick.
Yeah, backed up your pick of Blunder and had his own facts about it. Like there was more to the story that we didn't say.
Yeah.
So funny.
What did he say? It was really funny, whatever Tucker wrote. Shout out Tucker.
Sven is true. That just shows how much or how little we have watched that movie.
Not in my Frozen era right now.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even think about outside of the song. Sven is a great reindeer, though.
Reindeer are better than people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus comment of the week. Erica said, only podcasts where the ad reads are as good as the episode. Never skipped one, never will.
I thought about saying that one as well. That was very kind. Thank you, Erica.
Thanks, Rika.
Support our sponsors because they support us. It's awesome.
It's cohesive. Merry Christmas, everyone. Any final words, boys, ladies?
Timon, anything about Christmas? Anything? Yeah, I don't know. Just hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys remember growing up, still to this day, I think my parents have a sign that says, Jesus is the reason for the season.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas from the Ellis family, Olathe, Kansas.
Yeah.
Lathe, Kansas.
My name is
This
Brad
is my
Ellis.
address. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. We love you guys. Timon, what do you have to say?
Good boy.
Good boy.
Boy.
Good boy, baby Jesus. Love you guys. Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody.